up, YouTube? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! God 4 coming at you today, and we're going to be doing a video on what is a better one-of for Mermails, and the targets are going to be Mermail Abyssleed and Mermail Abyssbalaen. Abyssbalaen just came out in Tachyon Galaxy, and I know for a fact in Mono Mermails that they run 3 Megalos, 3 Abyssius, and I also have seen a lot of people run 1 Abyssleed. Now that Abyssbalaen is in, just came out and stuff, what is the better one of? Do you still run Abyssleed, or would you rather run Abyssbalaen? So let's look at the cards and we'll talk about it a little bit. First, we're going to look at Mermail Abyssleed. This card came out in Crimson Cosmoblazer. It's a level 7 secret rare. Sea Serpent, 2700 attack, 1000 defense. I believe it is the strongest of all the Mermail monsters besides the Exceed, which is Mermail Abyssgaios. You can discard 3 other water monsters to the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. Yeah, it's a little more than Megalo, but I think you can still really get that ability off to special summon it, especially if you have Gunbees and stuff, so it'd be pretty cool. 3 is not that bad. When you do, you can target 1 Abyss Stellar Trap card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. It's a really nice ability. You grab your Abyss Spheres, your Abyss Squalls, you grab them back, to combo off and stuff. That's not that bad of an ability either. You contribute 1 other face-up attack position Mermail monster, send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. You can only use this effect of Mermail Abyssleed once per turn. That effect isn't really that good because sending 1 card from their hand, if they have like 6, it's a random card, so you might get something that's totally absolutely useless. So I think Mermail Abyssleed effect where you sacrifice a face-up attack position water monster, Mermail monster, is probably the worst out of all of them because it doesn't really help you. Like, if they have 1 card in their hand, cool. But if they have 5 or 6 cards in their hand, it's not going to help you because just getting rid of 1, they still have a pretty big hand, and the chances of hitting something really good, unless their whole hand is good, you know what I mean? It's not really going to help you. But it's other 2, it's effect to special summon. It's not that bad. You need 3. You can still combo off with other Mermail cards like Gunby and shit. Or you can use the Atlantean, so 3 is not that bad. And then the effect that you can, when you use that effect to special summon it by sending 3 other monsters, you can grab a Abyss Stellar Trap card, so you can grab your Abyss Spheres from your graveyard. So that's not that bad at all. So it's a decent card. It's just that it's to destroy a face-up attack position Mermail effect isn't the greatest. It's kind of bad. The next card, the other card we're going to look at is Mermail Abyssbalaen. Level 7, this is an ultimate rare one, for first edition. Level 7, water type, 2500 attack, 2000 defense. So he actually has a really good defense and a pretty decent attack. You can discard 4 other Mermail monsters to the graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. So, yeah, right off the bat, to discard 4 other Mermails, and they have to be Mermail monsters, it's kind of horrible. The chances of you actually discarding 4 other Mermails, to get this card out, usually will not happen, because why the hell would I get rid of my hand just to summon this 1 card? It's kind of horrible, but you could do it, especially if you get it in your first opening hand. You have 4 other Mermails. But the good thing about it is that when you do this, you get its effect of, when you do, target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Mermail monsters in your graveyard. So say you have say you just did that. Now you have 4 Mermails in the graveyard. You can target up to 4 of his cards and destroy them, which is ridiculous. So it actually has a really good ability. So this can pretty much, if your opponent sets a lot of cards, drop this bad boy and you wipe out his fucking field. And then it also gains 500 attack, so it's a 3,000 beat stick that you just wiped out up to 4 of his cards. It's like ridiculously overpowered, and I think it's an overpowered effect. The only problem is that you have to discard up to 4 other mermaids. And then it's by by tributing a face-up attack position mermail monster, this card gains the following effect, which is at the start of the damage step, if this card battles a defense position monster, destroy that monster. That effect, it would probably be the second best effect because there's a tie between Abyssbalaen and Megalo because Megalo can attack twice. Abyssbalaen gets any level 4 or lower mermail, so I believe it's a tie between those two. Balaen can pretty much blow up any defense position monster, which means Marshmallons, all that shit. It's like gone. They're like history. There is no more stalling against this card, and that's why this card's not that bad. Yeah, 4 other mermaid monsters is kind of a steepy thing, but I would definitely run 1 Balaen more than Abyssleed. I'd probably actually run 2 Balaens because I actually really like this card's effect, and I think it's a good card. So altogether, what would you rather run 1 of? In my opinion, I would run Balaen over Abyssleed because Abyssleed, in my opinion, is not that great. Yeah, it has 2,700 attack, but Balaen, if you can get the effect of discarding 4 other mermaids, it becomes a 3,000, and it destroys you can tribute a monster, it can destroy any defense position monster, and then you can destroy up to 4 cards, if that's all you have in the graveyard. So it's like freaking ridiculous, and it just actually, in my opinion, overshadows. It completely covers Abyssleed in a shadow of its own goodness. But in my opinion, I would go with Abyssbalaen more than Abyssleed. But you guys can go ahead and comment and tell me what you would rather run a 1 of. Abyssleed or Balaen. Comment below, and don't forget to like this video. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.